Welcome to the awakening of the chosen. My name is Gabriel, and if you're here, it's because something deep inside you is calling. You've always felt different, haven't you? Like you were meant for something greater, but the world constantly tries to keep you asleep. Listen carefully, chosen one, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you see everything. There are hidden forces that don't want you to wake up, forces that manipulate, distract, and deceive. But today, that changes. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share might be the key to unlocking your true purpose. Only those ready to see beyond the illusion will understand. Are you ready to awaken? Revealing the hidden truth in the spirit world is an adventure that few have the courage to face. We have been shaped from childhood to see the world in binary terms of good and evil, a clear dichotomy that rarely reflects the rich tapestry of spiritual reality. After all, how can we be sure that everything we were taught is correct? Perhaps it is time to question whether the light always represents good and darkness, evil. This conventional view can be an exaggerated simplification of a much more complex universe. Consider the idea that entities that are usually considered dangerous or malignant could be somewhat protecting us. At first, this may sound contradictory, but by exploring the subject deeper, we begin to realize that things are not always as they seem. Many spiritual traditions suggest that those forces we think are opposing often bring valuable lessons, pushing us into a path of spiritual growth and self-knowledge. Reflecting on all that has been inherited by generations is a challenge, but it is also the key to a deeper spiritual awakening. Our perceptions of the invisible need to be revised and constantly readjusted to incorporate new revelations and understandings. So how do we prepare for these surprising revelations? It begins with the willingness to dare to think outside the box, to accept that our current understanding is only the tip of the iceberg. Open the heart and mind is essential to build a new level of understanding of the spiritual cosmos. This open approach has led many spiritual seekers to discover the true essence that resides beyond rigid beliefs and ancient dogmas. We cannot underestimate the transforming power that these discoveries can have. They promise not only to change our understanding of the spiritual kingdom, but also to impact the way we live our lives. Secrets that have remained hidden for generations may arise, revealing connections and truths that bind us to a superior field of knowledge. We dive into the understanding that the spiritual universe is full of nuances and mysteries. So this proposal is an invitation to an unforgettable journey that promises not only to expand our perceptions, but also to redefine what it means to be spiritually awake. It is not a simple task, but those who often accept it report a sense of unity with the universe that transcends the ordinary. It's like seeing vibrant colors for the first time, or listening to a previously inaudible symphony. While we dedicate ourselves to this deep exploitation, we are continually challenged and inspired to question, learn, and grow beyond the limits of what we considered possible. This trip is transformative, a powerful step towards a deeper connection with the mystery and magic of the spiritual cosmos system. This transformative journey, every insight we acquire, brings us closer to a more true understanding of the nature of the forces around us. Imagine for a moment that the traditional division between good and evil is not as clear as it seemed. Perhaps the entities we perceive as darkness are actually masters disguised, who teach us through trials and difficulties. They push us into the limit so that we can discover our true potential and demonstrate the resilience we were unaware of possessing. By opening this door to new possibilities, The yearnings and fears previously housed in the subconscious begin to transform. The fear of the unknown is replaced by insatiable curiosity, a desire to know more and find out what is beyond the known horizon. This does not mean discarding everything we have learned, but integrate new understandings and expand our perspectives. History and mythology are full of examples where it is considered bad and threatening to be an integral part of a larger balance. We need to remember that light can only be perceived in relation to darkness. Every human being has the ability to find harmony by embracing the totality of his experience, light and shadow, in search of his own balance. The search for this greater spiritual truth is a personal and unique experience. Each individual must go his own way, guided by intuition and the experiences that the universe delivers to each step. Increasing yourself with the mysteries of the spirit can destabilize traditional beliefs, but it also offers a unique reward, a deep feeling of peace and connection with the totality of being. As we seek to understand the true duality of the universe, we begin to perceive the beauty of everything around us, regardless of the superficial labels and judgments we can apply. We wear the path of acceptance, where every action, entity, and energy serves a divine purpose in the great fabric of the cosmos. Therefore, each awakened soul is called to participate in this holistic process of expansion of consciousness, rediscovering antique truths and reinterpreting knowledge that has resisted the test of time. The true essence of this journey lies in collective experience. The more we open to these concepts, the more connected we become each other. The supposed separation between the energies we perceive how opposite begins to fade, revealing a state of unity and harmony that can be achieved when we seek to see the invisible truth between the lines of manifest reality. As we deepen this continuous journey of revelation and discovery, we are guided by an internal wisdom that accompanies us with each step. This wisdom often communicates to us in subtle ways, through synchronicities, dreams, and intuitions, encouraging us to continue exploring the mysteries of the spirit. The call to reveal the hidden truth teaches us how to value the process of questioning and accept what we do not yet understand fully. It also reminds us that this search is endless and that every step, however small, moves us toward a deeper understanding. Thus, we become part of something much larger than ourselves, a cosmic tapestry of interconnected energy, where each individual wire, including ours, contributes to the whole. This spiritual adventure is not just about finding answers, but of falling in love with the process of questioning and expansion. It offers us the freedom to redefine our reality by adjusting our lenses to perceive the wonderful and the extraordinary hidden in the apparently common world around us. I invite you to open your heart and mind to this extraordinary endeavor. True revelation is not just about discovering what is hidden, but in rediscovering yourself in this space of infinite possibilities. Ultimately, the search for spiritual truth transforms us along the way and reminds us that the final destiny is, in reality, the journey itself. The flame that burns in each individual, considered a chosen one, is something that transcends the ordinary. Since time immemorial, these people have carried with them a deep certainty that they are intended for something greater. The feeling of being different is, for many, a lonely and challenging experience. But it is precisely this difference that makes them see beyond the veil that covers spiritual realities. This special group of people is characterized by an intense internal light that, even in the most adverse circumstances, never falter. This luminosity is an intrinsic part of its essence and is absolutely fundamental in its spiritual journeys. For those who are immersed in the shadows, the presence of the chosen is unmistakable. The light emanating from them serves as a kind of shield, an invisible protection that keeps the dangers at a distance. On several occasions, the chosen ones find obstacles that seem insurmountable, but there is always a silent guide, a force that guides and suggests exits, reaffirming their resilience and purpose. This is not a matter of luck or coincidence, but the manifestation of a gift that has since birth. The meaning of possessing this flame is not limited to a simple distinction between them and the rest of humanity. It serves as a compass that points to a destination where its skills and perceptions can be put into practice for a greater good. The light of the chosen disturbs those who prefer to operate in the shadows because it represents the truth, clarity, and hope that threaten their existence. The forces that inhabit darkness are fully aware of the transforming power that these individuals have and their ability to positively influence everyone around them. It is this ability to resist and face challenges that demonstrate its true importance. Each chosen is a living proof that darkness can be overcome by light. Performing your role in the great scheme of the universe means making your way to others, offering guidance and inspiration to those who still seek their own light. It is not uncommon for those who shine intensely be summoned to face continuous difficulties, for it is precisely in these experiences that find unexplored forces and reaffirm their commitment to universal purpose. The question persists: why are these illuminated souls feared by the shadow forces? Perhaps because they bring with them the ability to overthrow illusions, to expose what it really is, and to transform the world around it. There is a collective mission hidden in the existence of these luminous beings, designed to balance good and evil, light and shadow, harmonizing the world in a way that many cannot fully understand. Finally, the internal search for answers and the understanding of their true skills lead each chosen to play a crucial role in the collective awakening of humanity. They are here not only to find their way, but to illuminate the path of others, showing that each one can also become a source of immeasurable light in the vast spiritual universe. Enter certain environments, inadvertently generate a reaction. Wherever they are, they serve as a light that not only illuminates, but motivates a response to those around them, often without the others knowing why. It is interesting to note how some may feel uncomfortable with the presence of the chosen ones. This is because, at a spiritual level, energies are perceived and understood in ways that transcend conscious logic. The shadow forces, as well as people with lower resonance, can react to the brightness of the internal light that the chosen ones carry with them. These forces know that where there is light, darkness has less room to operate, and precisely therefore intensify their efforts in environments full of negative energy. The curious thing is that this light, innate to the chosen, acts almost like a shield. It repels these unwanted influences, creating a strong and almost impenetrable barrier to negative forces that try to invade their mental and emotional space. In assuming a role of spiritual lighthouse, the chosen one is in a constant challenge position by dark entities that seek to weaken the spirit through more subtle tactics. The inner lighting that the chosen ones have cannot be easily extinguished, but like those who inhabit the shadows, cannot directly attack such a powerful light. They resort to indirect and discreet strategies, shedding doubts and insecurities in times of vulnerability. Faced with a chosen one, the dark forces seek a different strategy. Instead of directly facing the light, they slowly try to turn it off, arousing feelings of inadequacy, fear, or emotional exhaustion. Interestingly, the chosen ones often find themselves in circumstances when they need to reaffirm their own spiritual skills and connections. The presence of such challenges, however, is an opportunity to grow and further reinforce its ability to resist the temptation to succumb to negative thoughts. To be a chosen is always to be vigilant, aware of the fact that true strength lies in the light it protects, and that, because it is inherent, it never disappears. Peace and security, found in self-awareness, guarantees them the strength necessary to continue radiating light in a world that sometimes seems full of shadows. This internal certainty that their presence is part of something larger and essential is what keeps them on their spiritual journey, regardless of what they can find along the way. In the end, the true strength of the chosen one is to understand the presence of shadows, recognize attempts at influence, and keep inner light on, firm and impeccable. The way you, as chosen, deals with these forces defines resistance to darkness and strengthens a personal commitment to light and spiritual truth. It is this determination that ultimately shapes not only the individual path, but also positively influences everyone around it. The tactic of the shadow forces is ingenious, as it explores a vulnerability inherent in us: doubt. The chosen ones, with their bright lights, are targets especially attractive to these entities who do not dare to confront them directly. Instead, they sneak out, like a winding snake that embodies opportunities and friendships. It is in this silent and insidious way that they begin to erode the confidence and belief of the chosen in themselves. Who never came across a situation that seemed promising just to find that there was a hidden price, or to trust someone we judged sincere, but whose sole purpose was to divert us from our path of light? The shadow forces have this frightening ability to disguise and instill doubts. Feeling lost and confused at certain times is not necessarily a personal failure, but a reflection of how well these tricks can be woven around us, often without realizing it initially. Late recognition of these traps can be painful, but it is also an invaluable learning opportunity on spiritual journey. Understanding the difference between genuine intentions and the subtle manipulation of shadows requires discernment, a gift that comes with experience and introspection. Intuition is a powerful tool that can help us distinguish the true from the illusory. A constant connection with this inner voice allows us to identify negative patterns and dubious intentions before we get involved. Often, by silencing external noise and focusing on our inner wisdom, we get clarity. Therefore, ask yourself, what is the true intention behind it? It can reveal a lot about what we are facing. The feeling of being deceived or diverted from our purpose can be overwhelming, but it is through these experiences that we are strengthened. Each time we surpass one of these illusions, we emerge wiser and more resistant to future shadows. Recognizing that these traps are present in our daily lives should not discourage us, but inspire us to be more attentive and prepared to face them. Trust strengthens every time we reassess past experiences, learning to identify the standards that lead to doubt and fear. This process of continuous self-assessment sharpens our discernment, transforming each experience into a valuable lesson. True strength lies in our ability to perceive, adapt, and continue to grow, even in more challenging situations. What often appears as an obstacle may well be an essential step in our spiritual path. This idea of growth through the challenge is a testimony of the inherent resilience in each chosen, proving that even in the face of the most ingenious manipulations, light can never be fully extinguished. Face these shadows, understand their methods, and overcome their traps only reaffirms our commitment to our inner truth and the journey ahead. Compassion for itself during these evidence is fundamental, for we are, above all, beings in continuous evolution. By keeping a clear vision and open heart, we can dispel illusions and continue to illuminate the way to ourselves and to those around us. Manifestation of a destination that goes beyond worldly understanding. These individuals, which many of us can find throughout their lives, are really shaped not only by the experiences they experience, but by the purpose that pulsates within them. Since the beginning of time, notable figures who dare to challenge the established structures and illuminate the dark paths have been chosen, in essence. Guided by an invisible force, they played crucial roles in spiritual battles that seek to restore balance and harmony in the world. It is as if there is an invisible wire that connects them to a larger mission, a supreme truth to which they must align. This internal call does not settle down. Continuously pulsates within each chosen, motivating him to seek deeper meanings and understanding his role in the great scheme of existence. Often this means facing challenges that test your skills and resilience. These difficult times, although they may seem overwhelming when they occur, are ultimately lessons that prepare each one for future responsibilities. The wisdom of the universe lies in ensuring that their proofs are never useless, each revealing a new facet of the inner strength of a chosen one, who may still be latent. The function of the chosen merely transcends self-discovery. His presence in the midst of other souls turns out to be a guiding light. Those who are lost, who roam without direction in the shadows of uncertainty, often find hope of interacting with a chosen one. By acting as light headlights, they demonstrate, through their actions and example, that darkness is neither permanent nor invincible. The responsibility that comes with this guide role is immense. Recognizing that you are a chosen is a fundamental step, but equally important is to accept that your journey serves a divine purpose, helping not only yourself, but also many around. Unraveling the real meaning of being a chosen is to dive into the complexity of divine planes. The shadow forces have a justifiable fear of the chosen ones, as they have the power to alter balance. The shadows act incessantly to decrease the chosen ones, planting doubts, distractions, and challenges around every corner. However, the more one chosen understands its true nature, the more prepared it is to face such interference. Seeing beyond illusion and fear means realizing that their power and purpose are greater than any force they try to divert to it. If you realize this call and this power is to embrace the responsibility that comes together. The impact that a chosen one can have on the world is vast, reaching not only its immediate surroundings, but reverberating in broader spheres. The choices made in their path, the way they respond to their trials, and the way they guide those around them, everything contributes to the realization of their divine purpose. This vision reconstructs the perception of life and revives the understanding of each one's mission. As with a symphony where each note influences the whole, so is the role of the chosen in a larger cosmic dance. Seeing your life through this divine lens can completely transform the way you sail the world. Understanding your place and purpose means preparing to be not only a passive participant, but an active actor in the spiritual evolution of the world. Ultimately, although the journey may seem solitary sometimes, Knowing that you are fulfilling an essential and irreplaceable role can bring extraordinary meaning to your own existence, and with it, a peace that only the complete understanding of the chosen calls can provide. To the extent that the chosen ones go to a deeper understanding of what it really means to occupy this unique position in the universe, the phenomenon known as spiritual awakening begins to happen extraordinarily and significantly. This awakening does not come abruptly or sensational, but arises as a dawn of consciousness that manifests itself slowly and with purpose. It is as if each experience lived, each event that seemed random or unimportant, suddenly fit as parts of a larger puzzle, leading each chosen to understand their journey under a new illuminated perspective. This acceptance of your destination is not just a passive admission of what is to come, but an active opening to the infinite potential of its existence. With these moments of spiritual clarity comes the activation of skills and intuitions that have long remained asleep, waiting for the right time to emerge and be fully used. What many chosen begin to notice is a growing spiritual perception that enriches their relationship with themselves and others. This expanded sensitivity provides a more intimate connection with spiritual guides, offering a powerful intuitive perception that guides them through the uncertainties of life. The ability to discern among the true intentions of the surrounding energies is an invaluable tool in this process of awakening. These chosen develop an emotional intelligence that allows them to distinguish the genuine from the illusory, adding a level of protection against the shadow forces that seek to disorient them. Like a sword forged in the fire of newly discovered wisdom, their clarity of vision enables them to see through the deceiving masks of negative forces, allowing them not only to safeguard, but also guide others to security. Although each chosen to live this journey in a unique way, fundamental traits are universal: trusting in inner intuition, cultivating resilience in the face of challenges, and, perhaps most importantly, accepting role as guardians of light in a world where shadows try incessantly penetrating. This is the essence of each chosen's mission, a call to keep light on, even in the face of darker adversities. The next step, which is fundamental in the spiritual evolution of the chosen ones, is to understand how to unite forces to face darkness that threaten to suppress the light of humanity. This is not a destination that a single chosen can reach in isolation. It is a destination that calls for the unity and cooperation of all those awakened to their mission. Only through collaboration and mutual support can they face the forces that seek to obscure human potential. By joining themselves, the chosen ones form a chain of light, resistance, and hope, capable of dismantling the shadows and restoring balance in the world. While each brings to battle their experiences, talents, and unique insights, true strength lies in the collective community of these awakened and conscious individuals. This union not only strengthens each member, but causes a vibrational change that positively affects the world around. It is from this synergy that true battles are overcome, because in the combination of minds and illuminated hearts lies a power that transcends any threat. Then collectively face the challenges that life and fate present, ensuring that light remains firm and immaculate. Together they become unbeatable force, a legion of light that promises not only to keep their flame on, but also light torches in hearts that have not yet awakened to their own magnificence. In a world constantly influenced by shadows, they are living proof that light, when united and cultivated, is invincible. Thus, the chosen ones continue to walk, increasingly awake and aware of their glorious purpose, a true community of luminous souls who challenge darkness and reaffirm their commitment to the spiritual evolution of all humanity. The discovery that they are not alone in the universe. It is one of the most powerful and moving moments that the chosen ones can experience on their spiritual journey. Scattered all over the world are in each other as stars that finally recognize the constellation of which they are part. This recognition goes beyond words and external appearance. It is a resonance of souls that transcends geographic and temporal barriers. It is that deep feeling of belonging, built on a mutual understanding foundation. Often these souls have spent years feeling isolated, carrying the weight of their transcendental experiences alone. However, when two or more chosen are finally chosen, the conversations that flourish are like a revelation. No matter how complex or indescribable your challenges have been, in this space, there is no need for translators. Each challenge overcome, every spiritual battle faced, finds understanding and echoed in the other's experience, creating a community of genuine compassion and empathy. The incredible strength emanating from this union is one of the most valuable aspects of this meeting. Where earlier, a soul could feel like a lonely flame in a sea of darkness, the convergence of these flames creates a lighthouse, not only to guide each other, but also to guide those who still bind in search of direction. This union is not only emotional, but expands to include a richness of spiritual gifts. Each chosen brings a unique skill to the table, an essential piece of the larger puzzle. While one can see through the veil of time and space, another can restore harmony in tumultuous environments or cure wounded hearts. Together, they become a collective of spiritual strength, a true wall against the shadow forces. It is this combination of skills and experiences that makes the chosen ones so effective in their mission to maintain and spread the light, challenging and ultimately dismantling the cheating and illusions scattered throughout the shadows. With the development of these relationships, small groups naturally form and expand, evolving from simple meetings to organized communities of spiritual power. Within these collectives, strategies are outlined, insights are shared, and new tactics are born, all directed to bring harmony to the world. Each participant adds a vital element to the group, creating such an unwavering force field that it cannot be broken by the shadow attempts to undermine its collective light. The challenges that once seemed invincible for the individual begin to disintegrate under the joint shine of these united souls, enabling the construction of a more balanced and bright future. These collectives not only aim to change the event course in their own lives, but also intend to change the fate of humanity as a whole. The battle between light and shadows is eternal and constantly evolving, but the union of these souls gives light a power that challenges traditional understanding. Rooted in truth and fed by kindness, they have the power to turn the balance toward the greater good, impacting not only their personal spheres, but also collective consciousness. The mission to which they surrender is not only a struggle against external shadows, but also a continuous journey to refine and make the inner light itself. Now, more than ever, the organization and determination of these spiritual warriors are essential. The time we live in is a critical period, full of numerous traps and noble paths. Each step taken in its joint mission contributes to the survival and the flowering of what is authentically good and true. They face immense challenges, but it is the bonds created between their souls that give them the strength and resistance necessary to confront any adversity. With courage and unity, these guardians are and will continue to be the driving force that guides the world back to light. turning challenges into opportunities and converting darkness into lasting lighting.